Hey there, I'm Lainey Lipsky, parenting coach and master teacher. Parenting is hard. I totally get it, and I'm here to make it easier for you. Especially if you had a tough childhood or you've got a tough child now, I've got your back. So take a deep breath, relax, and check out this clip from my coaching group this week. And remember to hit like and subscribe if you like my vibe. Let's get started. Look, I really get how distracting it is just to be home and even just to have your kid home because it immediately pulls your attention. It diffuses your attention. It lessens your attention on what you're doing for you because you're like, is my kid okay? What are they doing? Are they, when are they going to be hungry? You're not just thinking about yourself. You're not, it's not the same as being on vacation by yourself and or your kids are away and you're just like, okay, that's being taken care of, right? Believe me, I've been living COVID. Like my kids have been home with me and I'm trying to work. And just when they're home, it's a different, my brain is in a different state than when they're not home or when I'm out working elsewhere. So I'm speaking from experience when I say that it is really important as your kids get older to be able to say to them, look, there's a refrigerator full of food, there's a pantry over here. Um, I'm not available for, this amount of time, whatever the time frame is, so that you can still focus on yourself the best that you can and that you don't feel this resentment around giving up your time for them when it's not necessary. I guess that's what I'm getting to is that when it's necessary, that's what the job calls for. You give up what you're doing to help them when it's necessary. And as they get older, I think that the times that they really need you shift. They may just be in the habit of asking, or their presence may just be so demanding, right? That it feels like they need you more than they actually do. Because when they're little, they need a lot, and then that shifts a little bit and it changes, but it doesn't always diminish. So yes, that is frustrating, and I'm sure that it's irritating. Um, and I encourage you to not see yourself as a sucker, or you could even give yourself permission to be a sucker today and just be like, yeah, I was a sucker today. Okay. And tell them that, like, yep, you guys got me today. I was a sucker today. And, I don't know how many times you're going to get away with it, but on the days when you claim to be sick and you get me and, I fall for it and you stay home, like, I'm just letting you know it's going to be a blackout day. There's no screens and I'm not going to be available. I'm going to be behaving as if you guys weren't home. I'm going to be doing the things that I'm normally going to be doing. But it doesn't, so I don't know if you're like me, like when my kids are home suddenly or they're on vacation suddenly, my instinct is to like cancel everything that I had going on for me because I'm like, I have to be home. I have to be available to them. I have to, what if they need me? And you know what? Like, I'm just telling you, because your kids are the ages that they are, once they get able to entertain themselves with books, or audiobooks or, Legos or whatever, like you don't have to be 100% available to their every whim and their every desire. Because I'll tell you, and I'm living proof of it, it creates a habit in the family of the kids thinking that you are always going to drop what you're going to do and come and see them. And that was the evidenced by my daughter calling me from her run saying, I have a stomach cramp. Will you come get me? And I was like, no. And she was really mad about it. And I didn't bend and I didn't go and get her. I mean, if she had like, again, if she had like thrown up, if she was like, I really can't move, I need you to come get me, that might have been a different story. But she was just kind of like, I don't feel so good. Basically, like, I'm uncomfortable. Mom, will you come bail me out? And I was like, no, no, you're going to have to bail yourself out on this. Because what if I had a professional meeting that wasn't at the house where I couldn't just hop in the car and go get her? What if my professional meeting was, I was a lawyer and I was in court that day, or I was a surgeon and I was performing surgery? I wouldn't be available. So I think in my family, my experience anyway, the more I've made myself available at the drop of a hat, I'm not saying I should have done it differently. I'm not going to should on myself in that case, but the fact that I was so readily available for so many years trained everybody, including me, to think that I'm supposed to drop what I am doing when somebody is the least bit in need. And now the directive is see if you can figure it out yourself And then if you really need my help, I'm here for you. I really hope this video was helpful to you. Feel free to share it and use the comments to ask a question or to request a topic for the future. We've got links below for free support with things like discipline, teaching your kids how to be more gritty, and how to be more patient with your kids, plus access to my free coaching group. So be sure to check those links out. And remember, we get one shot at parenthood. Our kids only get one shot at their childhood, so let's make it count. Click like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.